Our hopes were high when we headed back out to El Reno on March 16th. The previous evening had been our first time ever purposely filming trains on the OKT, and we were hungry for more. But it wasn't in the cards for most of the day. We spent nearly 6 hours circling back and forth near OKT and El Reno, barely catching more than this grass fire. We also stopped and looked at this old signal that serves as the distance to the El Reno junction. Perpetually yellow, these searchlights serve as only a warning to incoming trains that they need to slow down for the diamonds. There's another one just like it on the southern approach to the junction. It was getting late in the afternoon, and we decided to try heading south to Chickasha in the hope that just maybe our luck would change. Things were still pretty quiet when we got there, but at least there was this Jeep parked by Union Pacific's office at Chickasha Junction. You'd expect a place like this to be pretty lively with 3 lines intersecting, but things usually stay pretty quiet around this junction. Stillwater Central's Chickasha sub crosses the OKT main at a diamond, and there's also a Union Pacific branch line that runs west and south to Lawton. Crews have been known to refer to this line as a red-headed stepchild of Union Pacific's system, and after spending 6 hours out here with nary a train to be found, we were starting to believe it too. We moved just a little further south, to the small yard near downtown Chickasha. Again, lots of equipment sitting around, but nothing moving. But at least there was a treat in there for us. One of the surviving members of the Southern Pacific roster was present, GP40M-2, number 1500. We took some pictures and hung around by the yard while considering bailing out and calling it a bust. But as it usually goes when rail fanning, when you finally start getting ready to give up, something will come. Crew vans are the bringers of good fortune in Chickasha. If you can catch one of these headed away from the office at the junction, you're probably in for at least something. And lo and behold, with the crew van came that Jeep that we saw earlier at the junction. There wasn't a whole lot to this move other than parking the locomotive in a different spot, but they weren't quite finished. The conductor came down next to us to line the switch, and he stopped to talk to us while we waited for the rest of the crew to bring those 2 Gevos out of the yard.
There y'all. Pretty
Good, how are you doing?
Yeah, it's they're trying to
Well, see, Union Pacific now owns all this side. Used to Oklahoma owned it. When Rock Island went under,
Yeah.
Oklahoma bought this. It's called the Oklahoma Territory,
Yeah.
or Oklahoma Kansas Territory.
Yeah, OKT.
Yeah, OKT corridor.
That was throughout the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
Then y'all took over in like 1995. something
Well,
like that.
we
I
leased
don't
it from
remember
them in
the dates.
'95,
Yeah.
and then we bought it.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, hey, yeah.
We bought it in 11, 12. I think 11 or 12. So the UP stepped in here and we ribbon railed it.
Yeah.
It used to be all jointed rail, 25 miles an hour from Enid to Wichita. That took forever. It sucked. Big time. Sean, you're on north south. But they've ribbon railed it. They put us some long sidings, like the control sidings,
Yeah.
radio control is what they're called. But
Yeah, you're still operating on track one
yeah,
for the most part.
yeah. It's matter of fact, it's track one from Hicks, which is just north of Tower 55 down to Fort Worth, all the way to Wichita, Kansas, and then about 40 miles north of Wichita is still TWC.
Yeah. Think they'll ever go ahead and put in CTC?
I don't know that I'll ever see it in my career, but I know that I think that that's what they're working for. See, you have to have gates on any public crossing when you have CTC.
Yeah.
And you notice they're putting a lot of gates out.
Yeah.
So, you got PTC that's supposed to be coming out, positive train control.
Making
I don't
things
know,
safer.
we'll see.
Good talking to you.
Y'all take care. You too.
They parked the locomotives on the connector to the Stillwater Central line, and that was the end of our day. For all of our effort, we only managed 2 light power moves and 1 big tip. The conductor we talked with told us that they would be taking that Southern Pacific Jeep out the next day, and we'd be back for it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next part of this series.